Hi, hello there, I'm Neil from EuGaming, how's it going? Today we're going back to the future. It's gonna be awesome. It's not really evil, is it? I don't know why I did that. Anyway, this guy here stole my tactical bacon, dirty peasant. So I'm punishing him for it, strangling him. Anyway, what's gonna happen is we're gonna explore some iconic locations from the original Guild Wars, and then go back to the future and see how they've changed, you know, because they have changed. Some of them are quite disappointing, some of them are pretty awesome. So what's going to happen now is the map's going to appear. You can, because it's quite a long video, you can pick your location and go straight to that part of the video, or just continue watching and watch the entire thing. That'd be great. So let's get on with it. First area we're going to look at is Drachma's Forge. Now, this is an amazing area in the original Guild Wars. It was an area that was owned by the Dwarfs. It was where they united, and I remember you used to do like Drachma's runs to get here, and I used to do them as well. It was warriors that could like run past the different areas to get here. It was pretty hard, pretty tough, brutal run. But you got here to get like the max level armor, and otherwise you could only get here by ascending. Anyway, what's going to happen is, and for the rest is, we're going to try and do the same type of route. So we're going to look around Drachma's Forge in Guild Wars 1 and go to Guild Wars 2 and try and retrace our steps. Of course it's going to look slightly different, but you should see some similarities. That's what we're hoping to see anyway in most of them. Anyway, it's pretty derelict. There's like nobody on. They're all playing Guild Wars 2, of course. But I just really liked this place. I was mostly in Lion's Arch, like mucking about there, but it was just nice to come here, and it was just a good place to hang out. But you can see the structures. These structures are in Guild Wars 2, and it was a place I just couldn't wait to find in Guild Wars 2. I was just asking like all my friends, "Is Drachma's Forge? Have you seen it yet?" I don't know why I was so obsessed with it, but it is in the game, and it was exciting to see when I found it. It's actually quite hidden away. It's not as easy to find as like old Lion's Arch is. It's actually quite difficult, and I'm wondering like how many people have actually realised how similar it actually is. But yeah, we'll have a look in a minute. So I'm showing this area because like you should see similarities, and I may actually put like a little clip in the corner back to the Guild Wars 1 footage just to show you the part I think it looks similar to. So yeah, come up here now. This is where you do shopping, buy an axe at great prices from the dwarves. Always need an axe. They like axes, dwarves do. It's a shame they're extinct now. I miss the little fellas. Now we've got the Soraa, but they're cool. But I do think the dwarves will be back in some expansions in Guild Wars. And we're going up here now, looking at that part you will see is not in Guild Wars 2. That like bridge and crane system they got. So let's transition over now, and this is the location it's going to be in Guild Wars 2. You can see where my little arrow is. Oh, what am I doing? I'm going absolutely crazy. You can see it's in the sunken Drachma. That's what it's called. Yeah, the point of interest doesn't actually like give you any clues, but you can see where my mouse is going. That's basically it, and that's the entrance. It's pretty cool how like you can see that and how similar it is. So that's the entrance, and it's underwater like everything else from Guild Wars 1. And yeah, so this is the entrance you saw me at the start, and we're going to turn right here. And I don't know, but I can immediately see similarities from Guild Wars 1. So that like spider thing's just in the distance over there would have been, and and then just this is like the courtyard area, pretty empty. And then the ships would have been there where that wreckage is in the distance, and you would have gone on like a platform here and gone around this bit. Sort of like the ground's like sunken or something, been eroded away. It's changed quite a lot. It's a shame like all the dwarven settlements have sort of been wrecked. So we're coming around here. Now this bit we're going to turn left, and this is where like the market would have been, the statue of the king in the middle. This is what I think anyway. And there would have been like a few stores around here, places to buy things from. But it's been taken over by the Quaggin, or Quaggin. Quaggin. That's funny. So get up here now, and I think that's an exit there. I think that could be an. Oh, there's the exit. Yeah, so that's one of the exits. Keep going up here. You got this the place where it said you buy an axe from. That's what I think. They're not here, but still similar. And then we're not going to go up there because that just leads us back round in a circle. And then you got this little bridge that would have been here that I'm swimming over, and then that like crane or whatever scaffolding would have been in the distance there, but it's gone now. It's not a big cave anymore. But yeah, it looks pretty similar, and I was pretty impressed. I'm glad I found it, and I hope it's like impressed you as well, because I thought it was quite awesome. The one I wanted to see the most. And I think we'll get on to the next one in a minute. But let's just go. Let's go now! So we're going to look at Eye of the North now. This is an area they added in the third expansion of Guild Wars, and it's ironically called Eye of the North. So let's travel there now, and it's a pretty memorable place. It's a place where you stored all your achievements and all your pets and all your armor and weapons, just to be able to show off. But it gave the game like a whole new like lifespan. It sort of like made you want to play it again, to try and unlock everything in the Hall of Monuments. Like I tried so hard, but I didn't do it. I'm so close though, to getting 30 at least, which is what I was aiming for. But Guild Wars 2 came out, so I didn't get there. But you'll see when we transition over to Guild Wars 2 that it looks very good and very similar. So this is just like the lobby area where you sort of chill out. It sort of has everything you need: chests, henchmen, quests, merchants. So this is the entrance to the Hall of Monuments, and we'll go through here in a minute. I sort of paused there because you'll see like areas in Guild Wars 2 that's similar. So we're in now. This is my Hall of Monuments. You got that wall in the middle, and Gwen's there. Poor Gwen. I nearly cried when I saw her on like gravestone. It was horrible. These areas like around the side, you've seen like Guild Wars 2, they're sort of like damaged. They're not really there anymore, which is a shame. I would love it to like still show your statues and stuff. And yeah, the middle was like a whirlpool you looked into, but they sort of changed it now. Still there in some way, but there's more water. They like water in Guild Wars 2. So that's Guild Wars 1 version, and I'm sure we'll transition over to Guild Wars 2 now. Right, Guild Wars 2. And you can see it's in the top there. You can't get to it by waypoints or just walking there. You actually have to use a item in your inventory, which is I can't remember, it's a stone anyway. But you only get one if you, I think you have Guild Wars 1 achievements. But you can get one from Lion's Arch, so if any of you want to know how to get one so you can get here, then just put something in the comments and I'll tell you. You've got these, oh damn it, I knew how to say it, but I can't say it anymore. Chai chests, whatever they're called. Anyway, they're the chests that was run by the people of Cantha, and they stole all your stuff. But Cantha's apparently gone antisocial now, so they're not in Guild Wars. They're not in Guild Wars 2. Well, they are. They were just in Cantha. They don't wanna serve you anymore. So that's the entrance there. And then this is like the lobby area I was on about. Don't know why there's this like damage bit here, but it's pretty scary because like outside you realise there's all like monsters of Jormag and stuff. And this is the entrance to your Hall of Monuments. And there's no loading screen anymore. Yay! That's cool. And you should see like the fountain in the middle, the pool in the middle, I should say. Gwen's not there though. I think you've got this other guy that is in the Eye of the North. I'm not looking at my character. I'm actually trying to look at the ceiling, but there's no first person mode in Guild Wars 2. So you can see like the platforms at the side, they're empty. So this is the pool in the middle. You got the sort of the whirlpool you looked into. Can actually swim in it this time. There's a guy on the lily pad there. He gives you all your items, but he's the one that you sort of see in Guild Wars 1 that looks after everything. You can change your it's where you talk to him to like change it from account to your personal Hall of Monuments. And I think that's it. So I'm trying to get a better look at the ceiling, just to show you how similar it is. But no, they've done a really good job by the North. I was really impressed. I have no idea what that is up there. But Eye of the North was such amazing. So let's go on to the next one. So we're going to have a look at the Temple of Ages now. This was a place in Guild Wars where it was just above Lion's Arch, sort of in the swampy area by Da Vinci's coast. It was a place where you entered the realm of the gods, the dungeons, basically, in Guild Wars 2. And these were Underworld and Fissure of Woe. And you got to these by kneeling in front of the statues, which was Balthazar and Grenth. And then you could enter for 1 platinum, which was 1,000 gold, I think, to enter Underworld or Fissure of Woe. And you sort of did that to get ectos, to make money, or farm, or get the best armour. Well, just nice looking armour. Obsidian armour, I think it was called. So we just saw Dwynia there. This is Lissa statue. We've got Balthazar on the right and Grenth. I don't know what I'm looking at. That's Melandru. That like tree. And then you've got Grenth over there in the distance. They're not the favour of the gods isn't up at the moment, so otherwise there'd be like smoke coming out of him and stuff. But you need in front of that statue and you can get to Underworld. And it was pretty cool because you could actually solo Underworld or Fissure with some builds. Like Ritualists could do it and things like that. It was a good way of making money. So this is what it looks like in Guild Wars 2. I'm sort of a bit disappointed because it doesn't look... It looks weird. So I can't really do a comparison at the bottom because I just can't picture it in my head. But because that statue over there just seems to be in the wrong place. And I tried to come in from the area I thought, where it would have been. So there's Dawana, and that's a new statue. That's Cormia. She's the newest god. She's created in Nightfall. You got, is that Grenth? I think that's Grenth. But one statue's missing. I think it's Balthazar. One of the statues are missing. And I just can't really picture it. But this is definitely the Temple of Ages because the point of interest in this swamp in Queensdale is called the Temple of Ages. So this is exactly where it is. But it just doesn't... like Drachma's Forge, you could see like similarities, but here, okay, they put the statues down, but the land just doesn't fit. Just seems a bit odd, so I couldn't really work it out. But yeah, that is the Temple of Ages. I think there's some background about it if you get the point of interest, not the point of interest, sorry, the skill point there. If you commune with it, I was going to talk to this guy, see if he said anything. But yeah, there just seems to be a statue missing. And then I get attacked God, look at my character. I recorded this like ages ago, so my character's like really weird. Nice armour though. Don't have that armour anymore. So that was the Temple of Ages. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really make it out. It's just missing the statue. Really puts me off. Statues don't seem to be like in the right order they should be. But it's still nice that it's there. So let's go on to the next one. Right, I really like this next area. It's Yak's Bend. It's just off the outskirts of Ascalon. It's the start of the Shiver Peaks area. It's where you flee with Prince Rorik and the refugees, with the rest of the heroes, to basically escape the Char invasion. And here you meet the dwarves for the first time. So that's pretty awesome. But Yak Bend is pretty popular in Guild Wars. There's even a server called Yak's Bend. It is in Guild Wars 2, and we'll see it in a minute. There's Dolyak there. Oh, he's so cute. He's got 4 horns. It's a bit greedy. There's also an arena here, which you could fight other players with. I never really used them when I played though. There was sort of no point, you just wanted to really get on with the game. Dwarf there. Poor guy. Underground now. Fighting the evils. There's a pig roast in the middle. That's actually gone. Ah, probably wouldn't be so tasty now. 250 years on, would it? There's an area over there you can't actually go to, full of caravans. But you can actually go there in Guild Wars 2, so that's good. It looks very similar. So I really like this one when you see it, because you should be able to picture it like straight away. But yeah, they've done a really good job of it. So we should transition over to Guild Wars 2 any second now. Pop. There we go. So it's just in Frostgorge Sound. There's actually a waypoint called Yak's Bend Waypoint. It's quite easy to find. I was quite surprised when I stumbled upon it. It was pretty cool. So the pig race will be in the middle there. You got the 2 ramps at the side. This is where the fireplace would be, and you know, some of the shops and some dwarves would have been up here. Pig roast would have been in the middle there. I keep looking back just because that's the most iconic bit to picture it. Waypoint would have been here, not Waypoint, the portal to get out and get in. So that's pretty cool. This is the part you couldn't actually go to before with all the caravans on. There's no caravans here now. Just some Norn tents. The Norns have taken it over. They're like... There's the sort of like giant versions of dwarves anyway. Sort of similar. Now we have the Mighty Lion's Arch. You should all know where this one is. Just at the start of Kryta. The main city, I would say, of Guild Wars is sort of where everybody chilled out. It was just a nice place to be, really. So you should have. This is like the most popular one. You're gonna know where this one is in Guild Wars, but I just had to do it because it's such an iconic location. And I'm sort of gonna take the same route as I do in Guild Wars, so just to see the similarities if you can't picture them. But yeah, it's quite, they've done a good job of it. But of course they've stuck it underwater again, like they have with most things from Guild Wars 1. But yeah, Lion's Arch, awesome place. I loved it when like the Halloween events on here, and there's just loads of people hanging out. Talk about Halloween, that's coming soon. Looking forward to what Guild Wars 2 is going to do with that. Apparently they got the spooky guy voice acted, the Pumpkin Man, I don't know his name. But yeah, we've got some boats over here, but this is all underwater now. So there's water there, that's not there anymore, it's actually higher than that now. Shops here, these were like all the traders. It was just handy, they were all in like the same area. The only annoying thing I would say is the chest to store your stuff was an annoying location. But yeah, this bit's not here though. Well, I'm going up now, and the chests are not there, of course. I did try looking for them, like see if they were like, you know, stuck on the ground of the seabed somewhere, but they're not. So let's transition over to Guild Wars 2, and it's pretty easy to find. You should have all seen it really. It's a point of interest called Old Lion's Arch, and we're just by the entrance to Lion's Arch now. So behind us is like the door. So if you can imagine, I've just gone through the entrance, and there's the stairs in front there with the famous skill trainer on top to buy a bunch of skills from. For some reason there's a naked guy. Not sure why. There's the stairs with the skill trainers. The lions there. Don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing? I was seeing if he was a real player, but he wasn't. So these stairs should lead up to that like monument in the middle. It's like a circular area, and there it is, still there. You'll have the steps in the distance there with to lead to Lion's Arch Keep, but that actually leads to just the docks now. It's a bit weird. Like there's like earth there now. There was a keep there before, so it's a bit weird. But yeah, that's the monument. Then we turn. I think we keep going, and we turn up here, and we go to that little like marketplace where the blacksmith and the weaponsmith vendor are. They should be around here, so there would have been a vendor by the stairs there, and then it's like a circle courtyard. So you can picture that clearly. They've done a good job. It's just nice reminiscing over things like that. And you can actually capture that jellyfish if you're a ranger. And then it goes off trail here. I'm not really sure. This is like that's where the other section of the sea should have been, the boats, but that's gone. And then we should be coming around to like where the market stalls were here, but that's sort of all gone. I can't really picture it. And the chests should have been somewhere over here, but they're not there. So I went looking for them, but couldn't find them. But no, it's all pretty good. Shame it's underwater, shame it's gone, but the new Lion's Arch is like 10 times better anyway. So yeah, that's Lion. Now we have Ratasum, the Soraa City. It's not really a city in Guild Wars, the original. It's more of a smaller cube with, I don't know, it's just an outpost really. But there wasn't really much to do here. I didn't come here very much. It's actually probably the first time I had like a long look at it doing this video. But it's just a small cube. But it's like we're going to enlarge it when we go to Guild Wars 2. It's just going to be incredibly bigger. It's going to be pretty funny. So I don't know what that is in the sky, but here it is in Guild Wars 2. It's like you've all seen it anyway, but it's just a massive cube on its like side, and bang, wallop, there it is. Have any of you like slid down that? It's incredibly fun until the point where you die. But they should make a mini game out of it, like that's some surfing or something. You know, that'd be amazing. Ugh, get down it without dying. That'd be cool. Well, I'm just. That is kind of like from the angle I tried to make it how you would see it in Guild Wars 1, like the same angle, but it's so big. I'm travelling up there now. What I don't get about this image here, right, is it shows loads of like Asura, but yet there's not really that many in the city. Oh, there's a smaller cube there. They like their cubes. So yeah, we know what Ratasum looks like from the inside, but I just wanted to like show what it looked like in Guild Wars 1, and they must have thought like, oh, let's build a bigger cube that we can live on. Or maybe that cube that you saw there grew. I don't know, but it doesn't seem to be made out of something familiar. Maybe it did. Anyway, the next one. Let's get out of here. Go! Now we're going to look at something pretty colourless, or pretty pale, you could say. Yeah, okay. So it's here in Guild Wars 1, and it's the Pale Tree. It's where the Savari are born, or where it started, and it's protected by a human and a Ventari. And because they're in a pretty peaceful environment, this is why we think they're so, peaceful in their nature. And there it is there. It looks like a giant bit of turd, really, doesn't it? But that's the Pale Tree. In Guild Wars, the start of it anyway. There he is, their protector. No one's going to touch this tree. Get lost. That's what he's like. You shall not pass. Yeah, no, that's it. So I think we're going to look at it in Guild Wars 2, and you see like it's a bit different. Just a little bit. Not a lot. It's not really grown much. No. It's not like it's 10 times the size or anything. Can we please just go to Guild Wars 2 now? Come on! I don't want to keep waiting. This is ridiculous. What are you doing? We're not looking at a tree. Why are you still looking at a tree? Stop looking at the tree. There we go. Stupid plonker. Anyway, Guild Wars 2, sort of the same place. I would move it a little bit more to the left, but it's alright. We can't really like see like the root of it, like where it was planted into the ground, but it looks more like a giant flower than a tree. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird tree, but we seem to be like under the roots of it. I just couldn't really work it out. I don't think we're actually in the tree. I think we're just underneath it. And I wanted to actually go up to the bit where like the avatar is, the woman who tells you your dream, or was the firstborn or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's a pretty weird place. Nice place though. I like all the colours. See, it's not very pale, is it? Ah, right. I wanted to see if we could get like anything more out of this. You can get a bit of like history from the tablet there. This is like all the rules. But I think like we're right underneath. I don't know. Are we at the top of the tree? I couldn't work it out. Look, is that where it was planted originally? I don't know. Savari are a bit weird anyway, aren't they? But yeah, it's very different from Guild Wars, and you cannot see any similarity whatsoever. So we probably should get into the next one. Not wasting time here. So let's go. And the last one now, finally, and it's Ascalon City. I've left this one till last because this one's a bit weird. It is sort of in Guild Wars 2, but it's I couldn't work it out. I think I've tried to enter from the same place as I have in Guild Wars 1, so you'll see that. But oh god, I just couldn't see any similarities whatsoever. But maybe you can. But Ascalon City, what an amazing place this was for me, because this is where I found my first guild ever in a game, and we were called the Mystical Danger Zone. Oh, they're pretty awesome. I miss them so much. That was really the only guild I really got like into. I had like got into the community and stuff of it. That was a long time ago now, like many years ago. But yeah, Ascalon City got sort of destroyed a little bit by the Char invasion, and sort of a bit of a wreck. And this is sort of interesting here, is there's a portrait ahead and it's got a dragon on it. I didn't actually know this was here, and I was wondering if that's like telling us something about Guild Wars 2. That's one of the dragons we have to fight. I don't know. There's drawings everywhere. I didn't really look around this place much. Like, you sort of like not here for long. You sort of don't really come back to Ascalon much once you leave. I was just having a closer look at that just to see if I could get any. Like, which dragon is that? That has to be some indication to back to. Well, no one's in Guild Wars 2. Anyway, here it is in Guild Wars 2, and I thought that this, because it's Ascalon City Ruins there in the Char starting zone, and I thought this would be like the entrance, like where the door was. Oh no, I don't know. I couldn't. This is how I pictured it. And you can see like there's a bloody lake here, and I thought this was like the ruins of it, but I just couldn't. It just didn't have the pathways and the similarities that I would have expected. But I suppose it is similar. There is another memorable location. It's the Great Northern Wall, which is right next to Ascalon City, and that is in Guild Wars 2 as well. But the Char are trying to like knock it down because it's sort of in the way. That was a mission in Guild Wars 1. So I thought like this bit up here led to that portrait of the dragon we saw. This is what I thought. I suppose I wasn't really that wrong, was I? I don't know. And then this is where the portrait was, and that's the hole where King Aldeburn, summoned the faux fire. Or faux fire, whatever it's called. That's the hole he created. It's a giant hole. Yeah. Destroyed the whole place, made everything, like, horrible. Nice work there, King. But Ascalonians still alive, which is the good news, and that's Ascalon City, and that's it, I think. I was trying to work it out here, that's why I kept going, but I couldn't. So, that's Ascalon City in Guild Wars 1 and Guild Wars 2. I hope this video was interesting. I really hope, like, I made you reminisce, or I made you see some areas you haven't seen in Guild Wars 2, or maybe you're a Guild Wars 2 player but you didn't play Guild Wars 1, and it helped you realise what they used to look like. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please press the like button, it's much appreciated, and if you enjoyed it so much that you would like to subscribe, please do so. And what I'm going to do next is probably a guide on the Citadel of Flame, which I've done loads. I actually did get my max armor for that, so I really want to do a guide because some of the paths were a bit weird and a bit tricky, so I want to go over them. If you want to watch that, I'll put a link at the end when it's up, and you can click that. So thank you for watching. It's a pretty long video, so thank you to anyone who stuck all the way through. And I've been Neon from EuGaming. I will see you next time. Goodbye.